Okay, hello. um, that's what I hate. When I didn't expect people to listen to the episode, it was kind of I was nervous, but still like I could nobody's gonna listen to this. But now that I have like people in mind um that are gonna listen to this, I kind of feel uncomfortable all of a sudden. Uh, Not uncomfortable because I still enjoy this, but more like, what they're gonna think of this. But who cares, you know? Who cares? That sounded so wrong. No, I care. I actually, I actually don't. Do I care? No, I do care, but like not in a sense that if somebody didn't like it, I'm gonna change my mind or like. Anyway, I just want to say one thing before we start the episode. Thank you so much. Like from the bottom of my heart, thank you for each and every one of you for all the support and love that you showed for the first episode. I honestly, as I said, I recorded that episode and I thought like nobody's gonna listen to this, who cares? But then um, people DM'd me and they gave me actual feedback. Like people actually have listened to the entire episode. Someone would say like, "Oh, I really like the part where you mentioned this and that, and I wish it was longer. I can't wait for Friday." It's like that's that's crazy. It all still feels like surreal for me. So yeah, to be honest, like the thought of someone giving you the time and energy and the space of mind to exist in their lives, their own lives, uh, is insane. Honestly, like just thank you so much. I don't know what to say, but just thank you. Know that I really, really appreciate that. The podcast is doing really well actually on TikTok. I don't know. Speaking of fame, now that I'm famous, so I received this DM from a person last week saying, "Do you always keep your productive routine? Like, are you always this productive?" First, okay, before anything, I just want to say one thing because I feel like a lot of people kind of fall in the trap of media and social media and the way things are shaped. Um, do not assume things. Do not assume anything, okay? Uh, because I feel like some people can get carried away by this persona on social media, and they believe that everything is what is like. For example, I received this person's DM after I posted something. I can't remember. Was it on my small business page? Was it on the Bookstagram page? I can't remember, honestly. And I felt like it kind of like led them to think that I'm a productive person just because, I kind of like deal with different um, things in my life and kind of seem that I have everything under control, whereas I completely don't. Um, but yeah, that's just one thing I wanted to clarify. Try to kind of like zoom out and do not really. When I said zoom out, why did I like. I backed off. I just wanted to clarify this because a lot of people tend to kind of um, believe what is on social media and not only believe but like they kind of like draw their own image of a given person, which is I think is not okay. Is not okay. All right. So that's one thing. Um, yeah. With that being said, let me just start with today's episode, which is going to be about burnouts, productivity, the hustle mindset, capitalism. Like, yeah, you know where we're going. One thing that I wanted to convince this person with was the fact that he kind of needs to detach his sense of self value from others. Because, for example, they would do something like, okay, so people are saying that I need a weekly planner to actually be able to kind of like get myself together. So they would get a planner. Okay, one. The planner didn't work. So people actually are saying that if I get prettier stickers, it's gonna work. So let's do that. It didn't work. Let's get a cuter notebook. It is gonna work. And the fact that this person is not listening to themselves but to other people. So basically, you are silencing your own thoughts just because probably you don't trust yourself enough, you don't feel like you are qualified enough, um, and instead you're listening to other people telling you how to do your things and how to live your life. Are we okay? Self value cannot be derived from others. That's one thing. I think that's a good place to start with. But overall, I just want to kind of emphasize this thing of like, there is nothing such as a secret to success, okay? If you do this, if you wake up every day at 5, okay, if you wake up every day at 5, you're gonna have extra 3 hours. But if you don't do anything in the extra 3 hours, that's bullshit. It's not gonna work, okay? So the thing is that to figure out what works for you, okay, considering your condition, considering your everything, okay, it goes back to everything. Like for example, in this situation where you are pushed to consume more, okay, whereas maybe you are not able to do that, you're not privileged enough to do that. One other thing is that instead of just blindly copying these patterns that people created, the 6 secrets to successful people, this, come on now. Uh, get inspired and then figure out your own way, okay? I'm gonna do it this way because this is how it works for me. Another thing that comes after this is people saying, I tried, but it didn't work. لا يا شيخ. لا نعم يا اختي. ايه it's not gonna work. It's impossible for it to work from the first time unless you're lucky, or I don't know, you're white and but yeah, just do not um, assume that everything's gonna work from the first time, and give it time. Relax, give it time. Um, this person was very stressed out. Like I could sense that from their way of talking. They were very like I don't know what to do. Like I'm feeling like really helpless, and I'm feeling like I'm a failure. And I'm like, can you please relax? How old are you? Even if you are 65, you have an entire life waiting for you. Like I don't care. Even if you have 10 days left, you never know what's going to happen in those 10 days. And why are we always kind of in this ongoing race of who's going to reach the final line the first? I don't care. I don't care if someone who is 5 years younger than me is having a successful, quote unquote, successful life. I don't care, because everyone has their own journey. And if you focus on others, that's what's going to happen. You are focusing on others. You are giving your energy to these people, and you're leaving your own self. You are literally giving up on your own self. I need a break. I feel like that was kind of intense, but yeah. Oh my god, did I spill? Oh, I did. Oh my god. Now let's get to burnouts. And I feel like it's really easy to mistake a burnout with anxiety, with stress, with like just this feeling of being overwhelmed. But I think that all of these elements are symptoms of a burnout, or this is how, at least how I perceive it. Okay. Obviously, there are many types of burnout, so like academic burnout, creative burnout, social burnout. But um, I think all of us kind of go through it somehow, but the intensity can be different. Personally, I went through probably an academic burnout. It was like I reached a point where I was like, I don't want to be here. Like, I don't care about university. I don't want to be here. I just don't want to be here. It's as simple as that. And I didn't care. I didn't care about marks. I didn't care about degree. I didn't care about anything. I just felt like I want to go home, and that's it. So, I mean, obviously that was due to many factors, but yeah, I feel like it's this feeling of wanting, not wanting, but um, being ready to give up. You don't want it anymore. It's causing you as much damage that like you're ready to give up on this. I was in my fourth year, so basically I had only 1 year to graduate, and I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Like I can't handle it. Like I know that if I continued, um, something bad would happen. Something really bad would happen. Maybe one day I will talk about like my university experience, but yeah, it's not something that I feel comfortable to talk about now. But yeah, maybe one day. So let's talk about burnouts when it comes to kind of uh, success and productivity and being a hustler. Um, so although I feel like now the hustle mindset is kind of like outdated, we're more on like the chill out mindset. But yeah, like a lot of people are still struggling with that. So I don't know if I was the only one, but sometimes I would watch like a public figure, let's say, okay, or a celebrity or a successful person, okay, and they say like, I only had 3 hours of sleep, like I could barely drink water, I had one meal per day, and not one, two, three, but hundreds of people who say this, and my mind was like, okay, to be a successful person, I have to do this. I have to kind of forget about my health. I have to only focus on my work. I have to do like 18 hours of work a day. And I remember in a specific period of time in my life, I did that. I remember kind of like just forgetting about my health, whether physical or mental. And it was crazy. Like now that I'm looking back at it, what was I even thinking? Just basically being a slave for capitalism and waking up every day at 5 a.m. and just straight away to work and like um, not doing anything and not having time to meet friends and being able to do a lot of fun things because this is the time to hustle, this is the time to work, this is the time to be successful, quote unquote. On the other spectrum, you've got that girl routines and, waking up at 5 a.m., having your time to meditate and like drink your water with lemons in it and like whatever is that. And then reading a book, not fiction, but non-fiction because you are intellectual, you are that girl, not any girl, not like other girls. But like, what is this? Honestly, like, when did this happen? When did the human experience and the human emotions turned into such concrete things? So you're either on this side or the other, or you are a failure. When? Like, when did this happen? Um, I remember I was guilty of that. I remember the time when I used to kind of think that I was not doing enough just because I hated to work out. No offense. People who kind of enjoy that, I think it's really good to exercise your body, I try to take walks. That's the only thing I do. And I don't feel guilty. I don't want to feel guilty for not working out, for not doing yoga. I don't want to feel guilty for that. I don't want to feel guilty for not reading 7 self-help books per week. Like, oh my god, chill out. Um, so yeah, I think this all goes back to media's influence and how you are allowing media to kind of interfere within your life. So that's one thing. And this obviously is going to create this conflict between the two, because you're either going to be this or another one, which is like, I want to have like this slow life. I don't want to care about anything, which is kind of good, but also it doesn't match with the hustle culture. So you're also going to have another clash there. Um, that's another thing. I feel like going through all of these, okay, all of the mentioned before, I kind of came to this state of perceiving myself as a fluid creator. I am not. I don't want to be labeled under anything. I don't want to be identified with any group, okay? I can do those things. I can wake up and read for 40 minutes, but I don't want to be identified with that girl routine. Or I want to wear a skirt every day, but I don't want to be called the cute girl, the skirt girl. Okay? Not having to kind of like claim things for yourself. Do not. Trust me, it's easier to let things happen because you are a human being. You are going to change every freaking single day. You're going to wake up and today choose to work out. Okay? I said that I don't like to work out. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to work out. Literally, when you are going to be listening to this, I might be working out because I'm a human being. I change. It's as simple as that. Why do we always have to kind of place ourselves in these boxes? Okay, I am a morning person. I am a night person. I am a whatever. Like, chill out. Like, because it all kind of goes back to this thought of like not being able to be someone else and expect to fulfill your own self. Think of it. You can't be someone else, okay, the whole time, because it's never going to be 100%, okay? You are always going to be affected by someone else, which is normal, but not 90% of your personality is someone else. We get 1% from here, 2% from there. It's normal. We are humans. We share thoughts, experiences, opinions, and that's how we go. But you can't be someone else and expect to fulfill your own self. It's not going to work. It will never work. I feel like media have had a major role in fooling everyone to think that um, to create patterns for people and say, okay, you want to be this, you're just going to have to do this and then become this. And then they give you an example of an actual person to think that it's going to work. Same thing with like self-help books. You know how they always kind of like, so we used to have kind of like the classical self-help path where like, you gotta do this, you gotta kind of like always be positive, you gotta love people, you gotta, regardless, you're gonna always be forgiven, like, and so on and so forth. And then we had the other direction that is kind of like new, where it says no, you don't have to do that. You don't have to be positive all the time, you don't have to be productive all the time, you don't have to do this and that and that. And by the end they still don't give you an answer because it's a freaking business. That's it. It has to keep on working, it has to keep on going. So you are not going to get answers. They can inspire. I'm not saying that self-help books are not a good inspiration, but they will never give you the full answer. Okay, that's it. um, I think this is it for today's episode. I feel like I already talked a lot today. For some reason, wow, that is a lot of talking. But yeah, just one more thing. um, Take care of yourself. Just take care of yourself. And um, because after all, and at the end of the day, it is that same body, that same mind that is going to get you wherever you want to go. I don't care. You want to be successful, you want to just have a cottage life, you want to, I don't know. It's that same body and mind. So take care of them both. Okay? Um, yeah, that's it. That's it for today. I hope you enjoy the episode. Thank you so much. Again, thank you so much for all the support and love. I really appreciate that. And yeah, wishing you a great weekend and hopefully see you next Friday. Bye.